सालों पहले याद आता है कि एक बच्ची आई थी सीयू की, जिसने मुझे बोला कि मैम मैं कौन से कॉलेज में अप्लाई करूं, आईएसआई तो लेता नहीं है सीयू के स्टूडेंट्स को। वैसे क्यों नहीं लेता? ठीक है मैम, हिस्ट्री है, आज तक कोई सीयू का स्टूडेंट गया ही नहीं है आईएसआई के में, तो आईएसआई नहीं लेता हमें। फिर अच्छा देखते हैं। और उसके बाद आतिफ जिया हमारा जो स्टूडेंट था, उस वो पहला आई थिंक सीयू स्टूडेंट होगा जो आईएसआई गया। एंड आज सोमाली की स्टोरी से मुझे फिर से वो बात याद आई। ये जर्नी जो सोमाली ने तय की, एक नॉर्मल सीयू कॉलेज से लेकर आईएसआई तक की जो जर्नी उसे तय की, आओ उसी के मुंह से सुनते हैं।
Hello, everyone. Today I'm extremely excited to have with us Somali Goswami. She has just made it to the ISI merit list and she will be going to ISI Calcutta. Okay. The rank is good enough to ensure that she goes into one of the top and arguably, according to me, the top because I am from ISI myself. So, an amazing hard work into culmination to ISI. So let's hear it from Somali. Somali, where are you from? Which college did you go to? How does it actually feel to be on that ISI MSQE merit list? How hard did you work for that? I want to know everything today.
Okay, sir. So I'm from Kolkata itself, and uh, I have studied. I have done my graduation from Calcutta University from Gokhale Memorial Girls College,
Okay.
and this situation actually feels surreal. I never thought I would make it. Actually, on the morning of the exam, like the night before the exam, I had decided I was not going to appear for it only. But on the morning, I thought I have to go. This is what I work towards throughout the year. The journey
The
has been,
people not on the merit list would have actually hoped that you would not have sat for that examination because the seat is now gone. Okay. So, how did the examination go? Did you feel that, okay, I will be on that merit list?
after giving the MCQ paper, the first paper, I felt that the question paper was tough. I couldn't solve a lot of questions. I was only able to attempt 20 questions. But
Okay.
thankfully, I got 18 correct out of those questions.
Okay.
So, but after doing the subjective paper, I was more confident that I might make it.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, do you know your score? Did you get a chance to actually calculate the score that you may have got?
No, sir, the score hasn't been uploaded yet.
Yeah, the score
In
is not updated, but did you
I think
calculate that in the PB I expect to get this much? In the PA, I got
oh yeah.
90, for example.
Completely solved about 73 marks in the PV section. Uh, I attempted two more questions, but I think I got one wrong completely. The other question, it might have I tried to, but I couldn't really reach the answer. So I don't know if I might have gotten partial marks on that.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
75, 77 highest, but I don't think I got that much.
Okay. Okay. So I actually remember that you joined EduSure, and I used to see you in all the classes. Can you tell me when did you start your preparation and what actually helped you culminate into ISI? Did you actually dream about it earlier? And how did you come to know that, okay, I want to get into ISI? How did you set your goal? And how far back did you set your goal? 2 years, 1 year?
No, actually, in when I was in the last semester of my college, this is actually a gap year I did. In the last semester of my college, I thought I would do an MBA, but then I thought that since I've done my graduation in economics, I should try to pursue a master's. And right before joining, only I thought that now it's time I start preparing for all the entrances. So around, I think I joined around July 8th or 9th. I joined
July
EduSure.
8th,
And
2025, you joined.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
and
And
since then, it has been my dream that I'll go to ISI. I prepared throughout the entire year, thinking that yes, I want to go to ISI.
right. So, how important was it to be regular in the classes? Like, I know for a fact that, many students
Sorry.
don't actually come to class. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please repeat the question once?
Yeah. I was actually asking how important was it to attend all the classes? I used to see you attending each and every class that we took. So, how important was it?
Yes, sir. I think it's very important to stay in the inertia of studying, and attending classes daily is the best way to do it, actually. And obviously, attending live lectures makes it easy to recall the important the important points as well. So I would suggest all the students aspiring to crack ISI MSQE or any other competitive exam like JAM or GATE to regularly attend classes.
Right. And so, uh, when do you suggest a student actually starts off preparing for these entrances? Because that's also a perpetual question. Most of the students actually say that, sir, do I need 2 years? Do I need 1 year? Can I do it in the crash course? So, can you tell your own experience?
So I think 1 year perfectly worked. It worked very well for me. To be honest, for the first 4 months, I think I was preparing sort of casually, but after that, I started doing it more rigorously. Uh, so I would say 6 months before the exam, serious efforts needs to be uh, done.
And can you tell me the importance of mock tests for these entrance examinations?
Yes, some mock tests. Everyone should definitely appear for the mock tests because it gives a feel of the real examination. When you see uh, yourself on the scoreboard, you see what rank you are getting, what rank others are getting, then you realize how much you have to work on yourself. So the comparison definitely makes it better.
Yeah, the reason why I ask, all these questions is because there are many students who don't actually come to class because they have the comfort that okay, they'll be getting the recording of the class. That's one. Two, many students actually take the mock tests extremely lightly. When I take a look at how many students appeared for the mock test, it's a very small fraction of all the students enrolled in the course. Right. Once you see the number of people enrolled in the course in the group that each of you are added into, and there are so many people, 200s, 300s, 400s have actually enrolled in the course, but only a handful attend classes, only a handful are actually taking the mock tests, which becomes
Right. So it's
extremely
only
important,
30 people
right?
attempting the mock tests.
Hmm. And analyzing the mock tests as well, that also becomes equally important. Can you tell me one important non-negotiable that each of the student has to keep in their mind throughout their preparation? That okay, if you do not do this, then ISI or a DSC or an IIT cannot happen.
I think the regular revision is very important. Uh, For me, I used to like whatever questions I attempted, whenever encountered a question that I thought was tricky or had to be done in a different kind of a way, I used to jot down how to do that question in a notebook. And I revised that notebook regularly. That was a non-negotiable for me.
Okay. In fact, I have actually said this multiple times to students: maintain an error log notebook. Whenever I attempt any question, if I make a mistake, I need to basically log it down that, okay, I made a mistake in this for example, permutation and combination question where I got the counting incorrect. Why did I get the counting incorrect? I did not, or I ignored the order. That is why I got the counting incorrect. So actually identifying what errors are you making and maintaining a book out of it makes a lot of difference.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Then
I
if you
maintain
plug
that
in
book.
those gaps, if you plug in those gaps, that is more than enough, right? Also, how important is doing the PYQs in this preparation?
So for ISI MSQ, it's extremely important. I used to solve topic-wise the questions as well, and uh, paper by paper, I used to do it as well. It's very important to solve the past year questions. Otherwise, it's extremely difficult to crack them during the exam.
Did you look for any additional books in order to solve a lot, extra questions? Did
No,
you
actually, I
need
didn't.
extra questions? Hmm?
No, sir. I never went through any other book. I only followed all the EduSure material.
Okay. So that's also a question that, many students ask that, do I need to follow any book in my preparation? Do I need to solve any other, practice questions apart from the PYQs? So these are a few things which have been answered by your, answer that only focus on the material given to you and only focus on the previous year question papers, right? If you do the
Yes.
PYQs, 25, years of the PYQs, it's more than enough practice. Don't you agree?
Yes, sir, of course.
Yeah.
I think there are from 2000 to 2026 now. There are papers. It's around 25 papers at least.
Yeah.
It's a lot to solve. Actually, when you just look at the paper, it seems so there are just 5 or 6 questions, but no, it takes time to solve each question. Sometimes I used to get for 1 hour, used to get stuck for 1 hour or 2 hours on a single question.
And that's normal because ISI PEB questions actually require a lot of thinking. And initially, the time is to not get irritated, frustrated, because I know that it can be extremely frustrating sitting on one question for 2 hours. But that is
Yes,
how you ultimately learn. And your brain also gets into that ISI PB mode in a subconscious mind. The more you practice, the more easily that thought process will come to you slowly, right? But if you get irritated, frustrated in the first few sessions itself, then you don't actually get to enjoy that. Okay, just by looking at a question, automatically the approach is coming in your head,
yes, sir.
and that ultimately happens once you practice enough. So practicing becomes so much more important for these entrance
Yes,
examinations.
sir,
um,
definitely.
did you also appear for CUET and for IIT, or did you solely focus on ISI? Any other entrances that you took?
Yes, I appeared for CVT and I appeared for JAM and GATE as well.
Okay, anything else that you appeared for apart from ISI and
I
CUET and
appeared
IIT?
for
Hmm.
IIFT entrance I appeared for. I tried to appear for the IITD separate entrance that they took, but I got ill during that time and couldn't go. So
You had to
that's why.
travel to IIT Delhi in order to take that examination. Yeah. Chalo, all's well that ends well. How was your IT Jam and IT Gate and CUBT? And how important was it, to take those experiences going into the ISI MSQE entrance examination? I'll want to know that as well.
So in IIT JAM, I got ranked 95. In IIT GATE, I got a rank of 61, and in CVT, I scored 241 marks. So I think in totality, all these experiences culminated to the success that I have today. Because I remember during IIT JAM, I actually got very overwhelmed during the actual exam, despite sitting for several mock tests. during the exam, I think I lost around 8 to 10 marks at least, just because I couldn't focus properly during the exam. So I think all these experiences were very important, because when I went into the ISI exam hall, the thing I kept in my mind the entire time was that I needed to keep calm. I needed to find the questions I could solve, and that helped a lot.
Hmm. Yeah. So that actually makes a difference, right? That's also something which many students also have to learn and understand. There are so many students who come up to us and say that, sir, I just want to prepare for the CUET examination. But my question is, if you only prepare for one examination and it is your first examination, and if those 90 minutes don't go as per the plan, then what? So actually, culminating, giving a few examinations ultimately helps you in your actual, the CUET. In fact, 241 is a better performance than the IIT Jam and Gate. And then coming into ISI, that's even a better performance. You've actually made it to ISI. So that is the main difference that is there. That exam environment experience is extremely important. So I'll also suggest, or can you, suggest that should a student only give one examination or two or five? Is there any number that is there in your head that, okay, I would be suggesting a student to take these examinations in their time, even if they want to focus only on, say, DSC?
Yes, so the funny thing is, I actually sat for CAT last year as well. I appeared for that exam. I got around 86 percentile. It
Yeah.
wasn't very good result, but I did it for the experience. And I think a student should attempt at least 5 to 6 examinations to get the hang of it. That's how success happens. It doesn't happen by just sitting in one examination. The real exam hall experience, the exam day, the jitters and the nervousness, everything, it doesn't culminate in success by just appearing for 1 or 2 exams.
In fact, that actually hits a very important point as well. I also took a CAT before my ISI attempt. I took a CAT, I got a 94 or a 95 percentile in my time. And you don't actually make it anywhere with that, not in the top IIMs, ABC or LIK. And that actually struck me a lot. That, um, you know, gave me a back seat. That actually made me even more serious for the upcoming examinations. I don't know how to explain it. So it doesn't bog you down. It basically gives you a reality. So if I'm not able to perform well in IIT Jam or Gate or the CUET examination, it basically opens my eye that, okay, you need to work harder. You need to
Yes, sir.
be that much
Absolutely.
more better. So there are two, choices or two things that happen. If you don't perform well, either you give up or you get better, right? So I would encourage each of you to make yourselves better. The second choice, just make yourself better so that the next examination goes even better, right?
Yes, sir. Because even better things are awaiting when one pushes themselves to their limits.
Correct, correct. Um, any last comments for your, juniors who are actually listening to you? This will be going on the internet, so please, any last comments for them?
Yes, sir. One thing I would say is that every day doesn't look the same. One day, if I studied one day 12 hours for a day, next day maybe I studied 8 hours. There were also some days where I studied 3 or 4 hours, even days when I couldn't study at all, maybe half days or days where I couldn't study. But the thing is, the most important thing is to never give up, actually. No matter how small the number of hours a person is able to put in, they shouldn't give up. They should try their best every day. Every day doesn't happen the same way. Every day might not feel the most successful, but it keeps adding up. So I think people should remember that when preparing for any entrance exam.
and organized coaching experience?
Yes, for me, I think from a very young age itself, I started attending coaching and tuition classes for various subjects. And I think the group experience always makes it better because when you are in a peer group, the peer pressure pushes you to work harder as well. And it gives you a chance to see what everybody else is better at. And then together as a group, you can improve. I think I also remember, sir, that you suggested having one friend with whom you could prepare together. I did not have such a friend, but yes, that would, I think if I had one such friend, it would have been much better.
I think the friend would also benefit a lot because
Definitely.
it's ultimately both of you would actually benefit. And if someone in hindsight comes to know that okay, Somali would actually go to ISI, then I should be studying with her, right? So that is definitely there. And how important was the organized coaching experience that you got?
So yes, sir. Right now, I mentioned that the peer pressure pushed me to work much harder. And at the same time, I think when you appear for mock tests that everybody else in the coaching is appearing for as well, you see where you stand, and that makes gives you a visual that maybe if this is my rank in among just this many students, what is my rank going to be when I'm going to appear in an all India examination? That realization pushed me to work even more on myself.
Right. Right. And was it actually useful getting the ISI solutions for the PA and the PB part? How important was that in your preparation?
Yes, sir, because in the beginning there were many questions I wasn't able to solve on my own, even though I sat with them and tried for hours. So I had to resort to watching the solutions first and getting a hang of it before I could start solving the questions on my own. So yeah, the solutions make it better because even when I solved questions on my own, I went back to the solutions and watched the full solution to see if I missed anything or if there was some hidden theory that I did not get. So it was very important for me, the solution. Yes.
Okay, great. Right. So, anything else that you want to add to the
Yes, so the
conversation?
error log notebook, I would suggest everyone to maintain one.
Yeah,
It
the
has,
error log notebook, the notebook where you log your own errors whenever you make them. That is very important. Correct. That is extremely important. So that is definitely there. Thank you so much, Somali.